Hey y'all, it's your girl Kelly B coming back to you with another video. It's gonna be like a little bit of a somber rants and tea. I'm just get right to it. Rants and tea with Kelly B. Alright, so today feature cup is my Bears cup from Chicago. Ride or die. You gotta ride or die for your crew. Bears and Cubs. This was given to me by my babies, by my son, I think, actually. It's been the week of being black in America, as usual. I mean, okay, here go a disclaimer. Please understand when I say things about white people and the injustices, I'm not talking about specifically you. But if you get offended, then click off right now. Oh, black people kill black people. They sure do. And white people kill white people. What's your fucking point? I've seen the ID channel, okay? I've seen Dateline, okay? Black people kill black people in a moment because they fucking pissed. Y'all fucking calculate shit, okay? Don't come to me with that black on black crime, because then you're gonna have to explain to me white on white crime and why y'all do shit like killing up your babies and shit and hiding them and collecting their insurance money. We don't want to go there, okay? So, if you don't like that, go ahead and click off. This ain't nothing against you. If you ain't doing it, you ain't doing it. But if you condone it, fuck you too. Alright? It is what it is. There has been a blatant example, a very clear example of the difference in the way the law treats black people and white people just in recent fucking months. You've seen plenty of images of police officers using excessive force in order to get people to social distance, wear their mask or whatever when it comes to black people. Maybe even brown people. I ain't seen them videos. And then you see a completely different image when it comes to the law dealing with white people. Now we see this time and time again when you got people marching with AK-47s, which I don't think is under the conceal and carry law. You can't conceal a fucking AK-47. Marching to the Capitol, through the streets, waving the shit, waving their hands in the air like they just don't motherfucking care, because they don't. And not one person, not one, is arrested or assaulted by the police. George Floyd, initial reports were they stopped him under suspicion of fraud. What the fraud was, I don't know. What the fraud is, apparently they don't know neither, because now that's not the case anymore. After the FBI had to investigate it, that's not the case anymore. No one knows exactly why. Basically, there is no reason. But said officer, let me find his name, because I'm going to make sure we put him on blast. Oddly enough, I can't find their names. I might put the image up here. It's a very graphic image, just warning, okay? So, officer, for 5 minutes, while Floyd was handcuffed already, hands behind the back, on the ground, decides to put his knee on his neck. Floyd can be heard saying for 5 fucking minutes, I can't breathe. It hurts. Everything hurts. They're gonna kill me. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh, God just sitting there, all cool with his knee on the neck. What the fuck do you have to be on his neck for in the first place? If he is handcuffed and on the ground, first of all, what's the reason? Why? We all know that this is a sensitive area. That if you do the wrong thing, chop or whatever, life gone. You decide to sit your knee on his neck for 5 minutes. So those officers were fired. You know what? I find it kind of ironic though. Y'all real quiet. Because when Kaepernick was knee in the ground, y'all had plenty of shit to say. When your fucking football game was being interrupted, y'all had plenty of shit to say. It takes a special kind of person. A special kind of person to be pissed that they had their football game interrupted because someone was trying to bring awareness. You know that Constitution? You know that right that's telling y'all can march with y'all AK-47s, that y'all ain't gotta wear a fucking mask, that you got the freedom to march about that shit. You know that same one that says that y'all could do that? That same motherfucker is supposed to tell me I'm allowed to fucking live. Just like your ass. I should be able to walk up and down this motherfucker with an AK-47. I should be able to cuss out a police officer because I didn't want to fucking wear a mask, and how dare you make me. We can't jog. We can't own firearms. We can't even let you know that we own a firearm because then you still gonna kill us. We can't ask you a question, even though y'all think we don't. We pay taxes too. But for some reason, we're whining. Never mind you fucked my ancestors over for the last, 500 fucking years. Never mind you and the rest of the world fucked over my ancestors. And never mind that y'all institutionally put things in place to put my people behind to where we had to fucking crawl out of the depths. Never mind that y'all created a whole fucking narrative around the scary black man that gets us fucking killed today. But we cannot even bitch about it. Y'all, just FYI, I'm sorry about my fan. I got my room door closed and yeah, I don't have any air conditioning in here. But anyways, so I'm just getting, sorry if I'm getting emotional, y'all. It's just, it gets frustrating. I literally had an incident the other day. Now I watched this show called Brilliant Idiots. Charlamagne the God and Andrew Schultz. Y'all know who Charlamagne the God is. Most of y'all do. It's a black guy. He on the Breakfast Club. Radio show host, author, all this stuff. And then the white guy is the comedian, Andrew Schultz. Very popular comedian. Has a few shows. So it was one guy that commented and said that he didn't like when Charlamagne was on the show because he made Andrew talk about race. First of all, Charlamagne don't make Andrew talk about shit. Andrew just one of them white guys that's raunchy, just like Neil Brennan. Like, if you know Neil Brennan. Like, Bill Maher, even though. But it's like those guys just bring it up. He don't give a shit who he with. So I just responded like, so you never watched Flagrant? Charlamagne ain't on there. No, it's just that you guys are blowing things out of proportion, making things seem like they're worse than what they really are, because we can't be giving this out to the younger generation. In so many words, this is not verbatim. I felt indignant the fact that somebody was giving their experiences. We literally have documented history. We literally have documented recent history. The injustices when it comes to people of color. So explain to me, is this one thing where you know it's there and you just don't want to hear it, you just don't want to give a fuck? Because honestly, I'd have more respect for someone if you just told me I just don't give a fuck. I have a little bit more respect than you trying to blame the fucking victims and the people who go through the shit because they inconveniencing you because your fucking sensitive ears have to hear it. Never mind, you ain't got to live it. You go about your business. You ain't got to deal with none of that shit. But the fact that you only got to hear it, how dare us? America is the biggest gambit running out there. We know this bullshit a lot. This whole rhetoric of all men are created equal. That shit was written by people who owned fucking slaves and did not create men equal. They fucking cheated a whole fucking people out of their fucking land. But we all created equal. The incredible ability to fucking stab somebody in the back while simultaneously telling them that I'm doing this for you is incredible when it comes to the U.S. And then the amazing ability to try to gaslight us is also fucking incredible. The fact that you can sit up there, you can have this constitution, and you get mad at me for exercising my rights under the Constitution. So those officers were fired. They need to be charged though. Firing, that's actually even a shocker to me. Like my last rant like 2 weeks ago was about Aubrey. And then you have the other woman, which nobody talk about. That's odd. No, it ain't, because she a woman. That's a whole nother story. Yeah, Breonna Taylor that was shot at her home. If they get honestly arrested, I will be so shocked. Because even regular citizens, those good old boys over there in Georgia, it took them 2 months. And that's only after everybody started bitching. Then you got fucktard Amy from the park. Big old Karen. Big Karen. I'm going to come to y'all with my own Karen story. All people have a Karen story. I'll come to y'all with my story time and give y'all my Karen story. There was a gentleman in the park, and Miss Amy had her adoptive dog in the park without a leash. Said gentleman nicely asked her to put her dog on a leash. Miss Amy didn't like him telling her what to do, even though it's the law, even though there's signs everywhere. And Miss Amy decided to, she stated, I'm going to call the police and tell them that an African-American man is threatening me. To be as specific as to say, I am calling the police and telling them an African American man is threatening me. It's pretty dead on. She knew the playbook. Oh, the theatrics too. So Amy ended up getting fired from her job and they took the dog from her. Amy also needs to be arrested for filing a false police report. Because what if that man was not recording? What if the police actually did take her for her word and they came and then they thought that he was threatening her? Because these days, as we've seen, all you have to do is be black to be threatening, and shot him. It is very plausible. And she wanted him to be harmed. And that's what cracks me up about this. It's not that people don't know that there's inequality between black people and white people when it comes to police. They just don't want to talk about it. But they'll weaponize it when they need to. But which one is it? It don't happen? How you know? How did you know the playbook if it don't happen? If it's all in our heads, that shouldn't have worked. I'm gonna do another video on Doja Cat. That one gonna take a little bit longer, but this was the wrong time for her to come with the fuck shit she was coming with because of all of this, and people ain't here for it. So sorry, I'm a little bit. Watch my previous videos. I'm usually a little bit lighter than this, but this just ain't a light week. Like the Doja Cat video I'm gonna make is gonna be much lighter than this, but this, it's just my condolences. I'm sorry, I forgot. Goes out to the families of those. It's horrible. So one day you just doing regular shit like everybody else, and then it's like you can't even just live. I don't know. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. Bye.